Hi, hello internet. Welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry for the kind of like lag in videos these last couple weeks. I know I said that August would be back to normal, but apparently I lied. I have had a migraine for almost 2 weeks now, and if you've never experienced a migraine before, it's basically like a headache on steroids. You can get like extreme pain, long-lasting pain, tons of pressure around your head. I get migraine auras, so my senses are heightened. The sound of my own voice hurts my head, like everything's too bright, too loud, smells too strong. It's terrible. So I'm just gonna try and film as many vlogs as I can right now, today, in case I don't feel well enough for the next little while to film anything new, so at least I don't fall behind. So in this video, I want to talk about a story I mentioned in my little short vacation vlog, all about my like creepy experiences on this trip. I only actually had like one straight up like weird paranormal experience when I was out in BC. It kind of like got my brain going and got me thinking of some other things. Plus I had like a funny little moment that was probably nothing. So first, the actual experience. So on the day that we got to the beach house that we were staying at, didn't actually know which way the beach was, which direction to go. So my husband and I just decided to just walk down the dirt road and see how far we could get. So there was basically like, there weren't any sidewalks in this area. Like it was just a really tiny like beach town. There's just a dirt road, and then there were like houses kind of scattered on either side, but they were pretty like far spaced out. And then there were no signs, there was nothing. So we had no idea which direction we were going and if it was the right way. So as we were walking, the sun rapidly started to set. So it went from being like kind of bright out, we could see where we were going still, to almost pitch black and almost at the point of like needing like flashlights or something. We just seemed to like come out at the exact right time for the sun to just like drop out of the sky. It was kind of weird. And so we're walking along, and all the like beach houses that we pass on either side have like a light on, just so you know that like someone's home, someone's there. But then we start approaching this one big dark beach house. Like it sounds like something out of a stereotypical horror movie, honestly. But there was like no light at this house, and I started to like kind of get like a weird vibe from it, and so did my husband at the same time. And then as we were like walking up to the house and we approached the driveway, a huge random gust of like really cold wind like just blew right at us, like just hit us. And it was like it just came out of nowhere. Like there was no wind, there was no breeze, and it was only when we walked in front of that driveway, it just came and hit us, and then it was gone. And we both just kind of got a feeling, and I was like, okay, I want to go. I want to go right now. This is not good. Something weird is going on. And then like as soon as I said that, Danny, he was like looking at a bush on the other side, and he said that there was something following us, and he said it was like some kind of animal or some kind of creature. Something shook the bush. And like my husband grew up in rural Alberta, so he's like used to being in the forest. He kind of has a good sense for like when there's an animal and when there isn't, like just that kind of instinct you develop when you're around it all the time, something that as a city person I don't have at all. He was like sure there was an animal, and it was something big enough and substantial enough to like move the bush in a pretty noticeable way, and we just like noped right the fuck out of there. I was so scared. I don't know like what it was. Something just gave us this feeling and was telling us to go right before that happened. And so after, I was talking to my aunt-in-law, who is a witch, and we started talking about the idea of watchers. And she was like, well, maybe it wasn't something supernatural or like bad, evil supernatural that blew that gust of wind at you. maybe it was your watchers telling you it was time to go and time to turn around and time to leave. So basically what she believes in, which I know is like a common belief amongst like other Wiccan, pagan, witchy type of folk. I've talked about it in my last paranormal vlog about having that like guardian spirit that I saw when I was a child. Basically a watcher is like a spirit that has attached itself to you more or less from birth, I think. And it just does what it can to guide you through life and watch you through life. It doesn't mean it can protect you or save you. It just tries to like give you signs, and it's up to you to interpret what to do with those signs, basically. So kind of like a guardian spirit, not like a guardian angel type of deal. And so she said that maybe it was our watchers that were giving us that push and telling us to go back right before whatever it was in the bush started to make itself known. And like we were on like the tip of Vancouver Island, so it could have been anything. It could have been like a bear, it could have been like a cougar or something in that bush. Like there could have been a big wild animal like right there that just happened to notice us. Like I said, like the houses were pretty spread out, so it's not like there wasn't wildlife around there. Like there absolutely was. I mentioned in the vlog on the trip we saw a black bear like very close to where we were at one point wandering through the forest. So it's not like we didn't encounter wildlife. So I don't know, what do you think? Do you think it was a sign? Do you think it was maybe our watchers telling us that it was time to go home? Was it just random happenstance? Like, I mean, one could make the argument that the wind blew the bush, but it wasn't like directly across from one another. Not that air currents can't like move around, but I don't know. Danny was convinced that it was an animal, and I trust his instinct. And so now that like conversation about watchers has really gotten me thinking, like, what if those times where you have like instincts or feeling that something's going on, or you feel like you're pushed to do something or to like stay away from something, what if it really is watchers? Do we all have like these guardian spirits? I don't know. It's a pretty cool concept. It's something I think I'd like to try to explore more and figure out in my own like witchy practices. Then the kind of like short, funny, like silly story. So when we were catching the Greyhound out of Alberta into BC, it was super late, it was pitch black, and I just kind of like had my like head like against the window, and I was like falling asleep, and I opened my eyes at one point and it was pitch black out, except I could see like these weird like vertical like lights glowing, like just hanging in the middle of like a field, and they were like these huge lights. Like I don't know what kind of, maybe it was some kind of like tower or something, and I just couldn't see the tower. I could only see the lights, but there are a couple lights that just seem to be like hanging in the middle of like a pitch black field. And I just like, I woke up, I saw that, and I was like, that's weird. I wonder if it's aliens. And then I fell back asleep because I just wanted it to be aliens. I just wanted an alien story. I don't ever want to have like a first-hand scary abduction encounter kind of story with aliens, but I'm just very intrigued by aliens, and I'm kind of sad that like more people I know don't have like good alien stories, and I don't really have like great alien stories. I am still gonna make that like part 2 aliens in Alberta video that I've talked about. That's coming up in the near future. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't see aliens on the Greyhound. I think it was just some kind of like lights. Like they weren't directly vertical. It was like there's a light, a light, a light, a light, and a light. And they were just, I don't know, hanging over top of this field or in this field. I don't know what it was. I'm sure there's an explanation. I don't know. Just my first thought was aliens. I swear I had another like creepy vacation story to share, but honestly it's totally gone now. I can't remember. It's probably because of the migraine. My head is just in a fog. Like my ears are ringing right now. I feel like I'm like seasick, like I'm moving back and forth or something. So if I'm scatterbrained, if I forgot a story, I'm sorry about that, and I will bring it up in the future. That's it for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being patient while my videos kind of come up sporadically right now. If you like this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. If you want to hear more creepy stories, just stick around, subscribe. That's kind of the main thing I do on this humble little channel. And definitely leave a comment. I'd love to hear your creepy stories, and I do read and reply to every comment. Bye.